surprised if they decide to go with that one for Pobelta either. It's been one of his most successful champions as well.
Svenskeren going with the Viking. A little bit of lockdown already seen on the team. If he can run through that, it's pretty squishy backline so far to look at.
Yeah, right now, TSM, they've got a lot of crowd control coming from the bottom lane, so that frees up, top and jungle picks to be these DPS and bruiser champions. Already looking like they want to get the split push going. Olaf is one of the few that can go toe-to-toe with Lee Sin early on. Kha'Zix and whatnot would be other answers, but here we go. Ole Bard.
Used it quite well. A lot of what IMT was doing with their compositions yesterday was throw rotation. Ole was out of lane fast. They used the journeys well. They're going to lock in these again and hover the Ahri as the last pick.
All right, it is going to be a lot of pick potential here. Ahri plus Shen to have a little bit more confidence, and then that Bard to pick off people that are roaming around. TSM, what will Bjergsen run into this Ahri? Now, it's actually interesting. I talked to a lot of different mid laners about the various matchups. Mid lane Galio, though.
Wow.
Rising a lot in priority. Faker was happy to play it. And Bjergsen will be as well. There was just yesterday that front page Reddit post about a Bjergsen play on the Galio, outplaying Katarina. See if he can do the same to Pobelta here.
I believe it. It was on the internet, and I saw it.
And one of my favorite things about being able to have that last pick for your mid lane, to be able to have this kind of wild card of Galio, you're already showing this Fiora split push, and Galio in mid lane, there's so many options of, my favorite types of player are like, mid laners trailing the other split pusher, or Galio ulting from mid lane to go help Hauntzer if Hauntzer's attracting too much attention. Really like the way that this TSM lineup has rounded out, but again, Immortals. Smithy's gotten that Lee Sin for the early playmaking possibilities. If he can get Pobelta rolling on this Assassin, they might be able to get this Shen composition off the ground.
All right, you see the comps as we load into game. Hashtag IMT win, hashtag TSM win. Keeping an eye basically everywhere this game, as we would. We're going to be watching it from the skies above, but that bot lane. Doublelift singing the praises of Cody and Ole recently here in the summer split, and now back on TSM trying to make his mark in the bot lane with Biofrost. We'll see how these two match up. Both teams coming in with the victory here to start off the split. We'll see who gives each other the first loss. Silence over the crowd.
Question number 1. How many Doran shields will be purchased in this game? Over 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 4. One more. We have a complete selection now. Obviously, everybody's well aware of the current state of the power of this starting item. Smithy almost left the fountain without jungle items, but heads back very quickly. And Immortal's actually coming out with a bit of an early game rush here. They're looking to capitalize on, Zyra's tendency to look for seeds far up in the lane, basically quickly.
Svenskeren on his top side as well. Usually we get mismatched junglers, but it may actually be a meetup.
Haunter actually doesn't take that info. He doesn't ward quickly, and now Smithy.
Gone up quite far. Riposte is down from the last attack. The slow is there. He's going to flash forward for the next few. Brings it up. It's first blood. Going over to Immortals Smithy.
Oh, Haunter not going to respect that the blue buff was clear.
Side love from Svenskeren as well. He's going to be meeting Smithy in just a second on this Raptor camp. Ward in from Svenskeren with the help of Bjergsen, and now they're starting to pressure what they've done to Pobelta in the mid lane.
Yeah, this is all domino effect from the mid lane. Ole comes up with the flash.
Ooh, flash miss on the Cosmic Binding. They may be able to get the damage on to Smithy, but they turn it around, and Svenskeren melts.
That Ole Bard. Uh-oh, Smithy's not out of the water.
Bjergsen feels like he can pick one up. That's the red buff. That's the lockdown on Ole. Can Biofrost and Doublelift make it? Journey gets him out just in time, but with the safety of Doublelift and Biofrost on a faster roam, and Cody's son staying 1 for 1.
Yeah, pretty quick here. And with that extra CS advantage, TSM actually almost evens up the gold. Top side is where they really want
of your bot lane, and we'll see the roam starting here from Ole.
Yeah, even though they have that ward in the tri-bush, and as soon as Sven sees Ole, he starts running away. There's a very nice magical journey there from Ole. Gets up there very quickly and allows them to get that kill. Meanwhile, Bjergsen takes things into his own hands. Didn't actually have to flash. Difficult engage to deal with. So Immortals have to be very careful about how they choose their battles. Haunter, though.
2 to 3 shots onto Haunter, trying to deliver a backward pass as well. He can do it for only so long. Xmithy once again to the top lane for a combo onto Haunter.
Haunter's been playing this Fiora pretty risky up on the top side during the moments where he doesn't have any vision. Meanwhile, mid lane, Bard roams up.
Second time Ole's been doing these magical journeys, and will it be magical for Immortals? The fist back from Bjergsen to try and buy some time. Svenskeren can't enter the fight with him in a 4-man on mid instantly after an engaged top.
Wow,
who would have expected it?
Yeah, also didn't expect them to also use the Stand United, but Flame comes in as well. Meanwhile, what will TSM, the power of that engage we talked about with TSM, if they use the Ash Arrow into the Olaf and Galio, could be very threatening. Flame, though, is just taking it to Haunter right now. Back against the wall to try and protect him.
But when you take a fight like that, you got to expect more is going to be coming. Another challenger enters the fight. It's Pobelter looking for the kill. Haunter's been spinning and diving. One last auto from Pobelter as they have to go way under the turret for that one.
Bjergsen is roaming up for the 2v1, but Bard is on his trail.
No flashes there to connect. He decides to turn around. And they're going to say, let's actually take out Ole. He's got himself in a bad spot. Cosmic binding back against Bjergsen. The wall, and he's stunned. Justice Fist will not work, but it does get the tempered fade out. Who's buying more time is the question. Back into the fight comes Xmithy. He's forced to flash out. Stand United onto him as well, as both teams don't like the situation. They back off.
Yeah, actually, Immortal's using a lot there to re-engage onto a Galio. Bjergsen right now is very tanky after just getting the Spirit Visage completed. So they do burn the Stand United for...
Interesting watching Pobelter match that roam as well, but now he starts to go down. Bjergsen's going to follow. That's not a chance for Bjergsen to go top, so we make it a 2v2 here in the bot.
Oh, there's the ultimate, but Pobelter roams down as well.
On that ward, they know what's coming as well.
I have to say, I mean, he's done a good job of either staying next to Bjergsen to threaten the charm. Uh-oh.
Whoa, Smithy going hard, kicks him into the T, and Svenskeren's got a Ragnarok immediately, hoping there was enough from Bjergsen, but he just used the ult bot.
Svenskeren too slow there with his ultimate. He doesn't respect Smithy. Smithy goes for the flash play, instantly gets him, no reaction, and with a late Ragnarok, he still got kicked in. It didn't matter as far as escaping. Immortals again, just so quick with their execution. Gain some more advantages.
Snap Judgment 6-1 now. A 3,000 gold lead as they extend it, and finally Cloud Drake finds some friends. They're going to be taken down on the side of Immortals.
My goodness, I mean, so many people in the odds, we're talking about the Smithy and Dardoch trade, and it seemed like almost everybody just assumed COG won that trade, and the Dardoch end was better, but Smithy on Immortals has looked just so good. Much better than last split. And again, with a very crisp play there, able to extend that lead and add some extra speed to their team with the Cloud Drake.
Put down. Tempered Fate, Biofrost could be the hit. They have to focus though, as he is now the back line. And a big hit onto Xmithy. He's gonna go down first with the focus of TSM. They get caught, but yeah, Svenskeren finds himself falling as well. Pobelter still in a spot to try and push the lane / get a pick. He's not fully joining the team yet.
Oh yeah, it is interesting because while Flame tried to Stand United into the fight, Smithy died before it completed, so that means that Flame still gets the push on the bottom side. And, you know, Immortals do have slight wave advantage here, but as we said, Haunter now with red buff, definitely way more scary for Flame to deal with in a 1 versus 1. Let's take a look at this, as Smithy actually, this time around, he goes in right on Svenskeren and kicks him super early. Looks like they kind of wanted to abort the mission, right? They were hoping that they had more focus fire and more of a man advantage, but Pobelter still ends up finishing that kill on to Svenskeren. So they're going to 5-man the Baron. Brute force here. Sven does have his ult. He could run in for a smite steal.
Ghost isn't up. He would be walked in, but like you said, ult is there, so it won't really matter.
Oh, Bjerg!
He comes at Bjergsen, hardly taking any damage, but delivering across 3 members of Immortals. The front end burst is too much for Immortals to handle. on the backside. Flame is going to be there, but TSM doesn't want the fight anymore. They're going for the objective.
Hauntzer is back up. They would take a lot of damage on Baron. They're going to force it right now.
Tempered Fate, great job on a double lift. That stops a good amount of damage onto the Baron, but will it be enough to stop them from wanting it?
Hauntzer's almost there, so that's a pretty big threat, but it looks like Cody Sun and Flame want to take it.
Ole's an instant kill if Hauntzer's over the wall. You can see his positioning to dash over, but he uses it to Baron. Cody Sun trying to lock one down. Flame goes in for the last hit on the team. Flame gets Biofrost. 20 or 2,000 health on Baron. Double kill for Flame. Ole goes in. He dies. Hauntzer's going off. Baron gets taken by Bjergsen, and TSM are looking to clean up the fight.
Uh-oh, Cody Sun's got nowhere to run, and Hauntzer should be able to hunt him down here, Fiora with the extra Q rate. Because now with Baron buff, that gave TSM so much room back into this game. The gold lead has shrunk to just 1,000, and TSM still with the Baron buff are pushing in for extra gold.
Whoops.
Pobelter, though, finds the assassination and wants another!
Oh, they're on a double lift now. Somebody stayed a little too long to play. Flames on a double lift. The kite's there, though. He knows he can't reach it, and he's almost trying to get back and forth. Double lift should be able to walk out of this one alive, but you still have to remember, Haunter has top lane to himself. That brought Flame by.
Trailing in for another kill. That's why that deep ward they just pinged out there, you see by top lane, important, because Pobelter was going for the same play, and Haunter had to back off. Sven is wrapping around.
Oh, it's the pinch in. Double lift is taken down immediately. Pobelter's trying to dash out. Since Garen is charging and chasing the dashes.
Oh!
And that's going to be the Guardian Angel down on Haunter. Flash is already down, so he is stuck in his spot if he can't dash away. Flame picks up that kill, and the rest of the fight was just a ride for TSM as they were chasing too much.
Pobelter is insane, man. He gets there with the flash, takes down the priority target. Double lift is dead, then kites out Haunter, even with the ultimate up. That was actually incredible, and Immortals are looking to capitalize off of it.
Straight down the mid lane. Bjergsen off to the left, still has time to back, but he'll home guard up to this inhibitor turret. If they can get Cody Sun on it, that's the damage they need. Ole and Xmithy already on the other side. This is going to be the kill as well on the Svenskeren. And now they're on the inhibitor turret, one after the other. TSM trying to guard alone, and they go down 15-6. Now spreading the gold lead a little bit more to 3K. Immortals is going to make it out through the journey to Pobelter, already pushing the bot lane. This was all the way from their second tier, as Immortals has been working this after that mid-fight.
So much taken after that fight. I kind of want to see the replay of it, you know, to see if there was extra help from Ole setting it up. Regardless, though, Immortals get one inhibitor, multiple turrets, and they're not done yet.
Can't even push by it. The Winds of War is only doing so much to the front line. Biofrost half health after only a few spells hitting in from Pobelter, and they are out. So much action being taken on top of action from Immortals here. They want more, even if they're getting something.
Yeah, we definitely got to see that one again. Immortals get a pretty easy reset after the advantages, too. All right, let's take a look at it, because TSM are planning the flank. So they have Svenskeren coming around, and it is Ole, sets it up really perfectly with the Bard ult again, and the timing from Pobelter's charm, just as the Bard ultimate wears off. Both of those guys deserve the credits. Whoa. And then the kite here lands the charm at the last seconds onto Haunter. Man, Ole's Bard, early game, so much power from him, creating plays around the map, all the escapes that you talked about as well from him, really taking matters into his own hands.
It's one of those where you see the guy trying to push the champion and as they take much more action and take it into their own hands. 4,000 gold, is there all right with what's going down on the bot side? If they can drop the members of TSM, it doesn't matter if you have the Drake and Bjergsen is in. This happened before, the taunt almost cannot, they can't burn through Bjergsen after that. And now, up to the hero's charge, gets himself back down to help the team. But that is Haunter going down, Svenskeren as well. Even with Bjergsen being the initial focus, Immortal still has the time, the strategy, and orchestrate himself around the fight.
Yeah, he has to use Mercurial to get out of there, but Immortal's still marching towards the end of the game. Ole has another great initiation, just barely catches Bio on the edge of that ultimate, and that's gonna be it.
And they say it's our game to be played. You can go for Dragon, we're gonna go for the fights. It will give us the Nexus. And Immortals seeing a few steps ahead. Immortals taking game one over TSM.
Whoa, look at that. Immortals do what Cloud9 could not. Taking game number 1 here in their series versus TSM.